There we go. Alright. Smells like paint. Let me just get some last minute preparations ready. Put that right there. Water right there. Napkin up there. Actually, get some of the stuff I've done. Okay. Here. Hello, Perfecta. There we go. And I'm gonna just pop that out. And just need to make a tweet. And do that. Boost. Cool. And bring this. Hello, Zeos. How do you pronounce your name? I'm gonna call you Neka or Necro. Neka Z. How you doing? All right. So, first things first. I would like to go over what I made last stream and the stream before. So what we got here, and I'll go ahead and move the table. There we go. So one of the big things, I guess, things that I did last stream was make a couple of cards. So we have this one. It says Danger. You open it up, and it's a pop-up card. And the pop-up is a little Metroid. Because I was feeling very Metroid-y. Not last night, but the night before, when I did that stream. And then I also made this card, which is not necessarily a pop-out, but it's got some dimensions. You could probably hide a wad of cash, like a couple of dollars. That's supposed to be the little like logo thing that you see on like the Prime games and also Fusion. So I got those done. This actually came from a mistake I made while making. I was going to make a much larger card, and then oh, okay, yeah. So these two cards came from a mistake I made with one larger card, and so I was able to salvage it. And for salvaging something, I'm really happy with how it came out. So we got those. Also, last stream, we finished up some painting Tentacazam. I went to Pokemon Fusion and rolled, took 2 6-sided dice and then rolled them, and then 8 was the result. And so Fusion spit out this, and it has, if you actually do Tentacruel plus okay, yeah, let me figure that out. I'll admit I don't have the best internet, because this is college, but I can definitely see what you're talking about. Turning that. Let's actually up the video bitrate. How's that? Coding up. Interesting. Interesting that we're getting some buffering. Man, after college, I am getting the fastest internet possible. Let's do, well, I'm already on ultra fast. So, what could be the problem here? We've always got technical difficulties at university. Let's see, audio bitrate. Audio's fine. What if we did that? Would that help? Doing a thing. Yeah, it really does. Let's see. I think a good middle ground was what I had it at just a moment ago. Apply, hit OK. Is it still good? It's probably gonna be like a little choppy. Yeah. Okay, I just got a text from my dad saying that he sent me something. I'm gonna read it and see what it says. There we go. Alright, cool. So, Dad's sending me a thing of stamps and a game magazine that came in the mail. Alright, so yeah, I think because I've got everything set to like the middle of the road. Quality. What if? Hold on, I'm gonna bump this back down to what I had it originally. Yeah, it really doesn't. Especially now that everyone is here. Like, I'm on Ethernet, but still, it's a little crazy. We're looking at like peak 2,500 kilobytes per second, which I don't know. I can't up that. I think that's 2 megabits per second upload for a stream. Yeah, that's. Yeah. So I'm not too sure. But yeah, Dad's texting me. If you want. Okay. So Tentacazam. Technical difficulties and Tentacazam, something that is very fitting with what's going on. So yeah, that's Tentacazam. We're gonna move on. Just let me know if at one point it gets really bad, and then I will see if there's a mystical thing I can do. So also this is I'm not sure if you saw it in the Discord, but there was a time where Thinker username is Shower, and also Forever's Angel and I worked together to create what Doorman the Psychic type would be. So this is the shiny form. This is form 2. This is the form that I think ultimately makes the cut. For what the shiny form would actually look like. I also have form 1 right here. Both of the both of these were made on streams. This one was done on the alpha test, and then this was beta test. And honestly, I like this one a lot more. So we got that. And then finally, the last bit of art I have to show off is this one. Basically, I bought FTL, Faster Than the Light, Advanced Edition while I was at work. And I played it for a while. I died 4 times, and it was all using the same ship. And I think if you saw in the arts and crafts channel of the Discord, you would have seen the picture that I sent that was like the ship I was trying to draw. And ultimately, I think it came out really good on camera. It doesn't look like it, but like this is supposed to be like kind of a pale green with like a little bit of muddiness. And then you've got the orange paint of the ship just kind of rusted out. And then broken window, or the broken, I guess, we'll just say window. But yeah. Also, how bad is the visual freezing? Because that'd be something I would like to know. But yeah, definitely when I get out of college, I'm gonna make sure I have the best possible internet. But until then, I'm going to have to suffer. But yeah, so let's see. There were for cards. I know I want to do pop-ups. I wanna get better at doing the pop-up cards. Just because I have some scrap paper, blah, from the beta test stream, and I kept it instead of throwing it away, because I could probably use this for something. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll find out. So, first things first is I gotta Google something, and there we go. And let's this and your turn. There we go. Images. Okay, let's do the fusion variant. Oh, fun. Okay, there it is. There's a version of the energy tank from one of the Metroid games that I really like, and I can't remember which one. I think let's see, is it, oh, you know what, I think it's Super Metroid. No, do not all. Yeah. I think maybe it's this one. It might be. Nope. Yes. Maybe. Hold on. It is. All right. Cool. So I'm going to open image in a new tab, and we're gonna have this guy down here. Down here. Seems mostly smooth now. Well, that's good. Yeah, this is gonna. That's okay. All right. So I moved it all the way down to the bottom, but it's fine. This is fine. I think instead of it being gray with the gold E, I think I'm gonna make it blue. So I'm doing a mix between I'm doing the color palette of the Fusion Energy Tank with the overall design of the Super Metroid Energy Tank. So first of all, let's see. I think that maybe I'll go ahead and do some more smaller cards. Just because it was kind of fun, and I got 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. Or really half a piece, because this is this was 8.5 by 11, and so I made 2 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So yeah. All right. So first of all, almost lost the cards. Gonna put those up there. First thing I want to do is get that up there. We're gonna want to get this cut. We're gonna want to find the midpoint, so we're actually gonna use my protractor. Let's see now. So this is supposed to be, let's see if that's the 6-inch. Okay, this is about 9 inches. Alright. Oh, you know what I did? Oh, I remember. Yeah, at this point we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna have to just live with the fact that we're gonna have a lot of lag. At this point it says I need to use a faster encoding preset. I'm already using the fastest one, and I can like, this is low as I can put the video settings down to without it being completely unwatchable. So some lag is what we're gonna need to deal with. That is the very unfortunate side, but yeah. Alright, so first thing I want to do is I want to find roughly the center point. If this is 9 inches, then we're gonna look at less than 4.5. So we're gonna, like, 1 tick below, so that's like 4 and a something. And then we're gonna want to make a straight line, like so. That's not entirely straight, so I'm going to fix it again. Let's see now. We get that squared off. There we go. That second line is a lot better. So I'm going to take my eraser and get rid of this other line, like that. And now what we're going to want to do is we're going to get our cutter, get it up, and I'm going to bring it all the way over to the opposite side where the blade is, and I'm going to want to make sure that line is straight as possible. Going to hold it down. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, audio is totally fine, but it's just the video quality that kind of goes crazy. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do a slice, and then we're gonna go right back over it just in case. And so that should give us our 2 cards. And that's just how they are right now. What we got to do next is, since they're both pop-up cards, I'm actually going to find roughly the center point of the card. And so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're looking at 6, 4, and 6/16, which is something. It's 37.5% of the way, or 3/8. Okay. So now that we know that, we're going to go down to 2, and it's 2 tips from there. We're looking at there, roughly. So do that, and just do a line right there, so we can see what's what. And then we're gonna want to take our ruler on our protractor, or if you have an actual ruler. I don't know why I said actual, because this part, you know, it is a ruler. And we're gonna want to do, let's do 3 centimeters. No, not 3. 2 centimeters on either side. And then, I think when we're gonna cut, we should make it so that we've got like a 2 centimeter cut on either side, like that. Okay, so we have that taken care of for that card. And then for this card, we do more or less the same. It looks like the width and height is slightly different, which is okay. It actually might make things a bit easier. And indeed it does. We do that instead of dealing with like 3/8 of an inch, we're dealing with 1/8. And the 2 centimeter rule still applies. So we put a thing there, and we put a thing there, and I need to check something, and Alright. Alright, cool, and switch back to that tab, bring that down, and just check that out. Okay, cool. Alright, so, alright, now that we got that going, going to do the 2 centimeter rule. Actually, gonna cut that down in half, just because we're dealing with a smaller card. I might actually cut it down by 1/2 centimeter. There. So for this particular card, we're gonna do just a centimeter or 2.5. Ah, there we go. So that one right there, I made a boo-boo. That one's off. Yep. Alright, so gonna go ahead and erase the lines. Or the excess lines, I should say. Okay. So, we got that taken care of. Next thing we want to do is we want to grab our scissors. And it looks like I may have actually been off on this one, which is okay. So looks like our midpoint here is about here actually, which is fine, because then means we've got a cement there and a thing here and there, and just I'm just eyeballing it at this point. It's okay. Now we're gonna need to fold it. Now, as far as like the center point here, it does. These marks only kinda matter when it comes to trying to get like your center point, and also if you're trying to work with a large card. Okay. So, while I am trying to get this all cut out, how has your day been? Neck? Blah, 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 blah. Nekazos. And NK? Nick? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to pronounce the name, and it's like, Zeros? I'm gonna have to go with Zeros. There's no R in that name, but it's there's got to be a way that I can address that. But yeah. So how was your day? Today's Tuesday, so okay, come on. There we go. There we go. A little cut here is at an angle, but that's okay. So we've got the base here. It's going to be opened up like this. That's how both of these cards are actually going to be. So I'm going to also go ahead and take this and get that folded. And get that cut right there. There. And get that pushed out. I'm having less time with this. Ran later than you'd like. Yeah, that happens. I think I've had a couple of classes where the professor's just really droned on, and everyone's slowly putting away their stuff as a sign of like trying to say, "Hey, stop." Zeros is a pretty decent nickname. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna call you Zeros. Okay, so we've got. Actually, that was easier for you guys to see. So we've got 2 sets ready for a pop-out card, and I think I'm actually going to possibly use these one of these to do the actual item. So we're gonna go ahead and take these out of the way, and for this one, I would opals. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do this out and around. And we're gonna go ahead and make a rectangle. And it might look like a penis at first, but that is not the goal. The goal is not to make penises. Okay, so just trying to sketch out the general outline. I realized that I may have made it a bit too small in width. Do that. Actually, we could use the compass. If we can do this right, we're gonna, aha! So, what we're going to do is we're actually going to use the compass to make a semicircle. And we're actually going to do it. Ah. And that's a little too short for what I want. That's not gonna work. Compasses must be used for full circles and not for semicircles. Yeah, when people put away their stuff early, like, that's crazy. It's like, come on, guys, there's still like 10, 15 minutes left of class. But, yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and freehand these semicircles. And, it could look like a trash can. We're gonna say it looks like a trash can. So, there we go. That, no matter how you cut it, looks like a penis. I can't have that. Alright, let's do this and around. And let's get that straightened out. Anyway, slice it. Hopefully one. Yeah, which Metroid game have you played? I think I've played almost all of them. I've played a little bit of Metroid 1, 2, played 4 of the 5 Prime games. 1, 2, 3 Hunters are 4 that I played. I haven't played Federation Force. I really want to, but there's a heavy reliance on co-op. And I get that you can do single player stuff, but I would rather play that with friends, and none of my friends have Federation Force. And so it's just going to take a great deal of convincing on my part to get them to actually pick up Federation Force. Because it's like, it's $40. And, I mean, when I saw Federation Force get announced, I saw it and I went, oh, this is neat. I don't quite like the art style, but I could get behind it. This is mature stream. We're gonna take the same. I'm gonna say we're gonna adopt the same policy that Haley has. Like, it's not gonna. Yeah. Prime Hunters is DS exclusive, and it has multiplayer. Really fun at that. Although when you're playing with friends, they sometimes will just stop trying to use the aim controls and just it will devolve into running around on in morph ball mode, trying to bomb each other. It's crazy. The Kubliist is hosting. Haley is hosting the stream. Thank you so much. I was not salty about Federation Force. I was honestly very excited that we were getting a new Metroid game. Like, here's the thing. When it comes to myself, like, the relationship I have with video games is one where I'm very happy if a game has not had an installation for a while and it's a series I really enjoy. Also, paint got all over this tray. It's a good thing it's watercolors and not acrylics. I painted at work, and because of that, I didn't really have a means of properly storing my paints until I got back here. You could argue that like I could have just held it, but I also had to get dinner, so yeah. Um, Federation Force had Morph Ball mode. Is that it? Did I read that right? Anyways, yeah. I don't know. Like, as someone, what was I saying? Oh yeah, me and video games. I honestly sometimes can be so passive that it annoys people. Play the yellow guy and just spin around. Yeah. But like for example, I used to play a lot of PlanetSide 2. In fact, I'm thinking about getting back into it. But I am so passive that it's like, every time I join the game, I'm like, all right, guys, if you need that little bit of XP, to go on to the next level, I'm here. And so, I don't know. I think that might uh, annoy some people that I'm just incredibly passive and don't really take the game that seriously. But, like, honestly, I was just so happy that we got a new Metroid game. My only legitimate concern about Federation Force was I heard that in Borderlands, if you played co-op, the enemies would get super bullet spongy. And my only honest to God concern with Federation Force was, are the enemies going to be bullet spongy in co-op? And that was it. And it was like, I had actually gotten into like a pretty major argument with a friend of mine during class about it, and it just, the argument ended with me going, with him asking me, you know, if I was like really passive about video games, and I was like, for the most part, yeah. And he went, oh, and then just went back to his work, and I was like, yeah, so you can now understand why, despite these weird flaws and how I apologize. Uh, Alright, so I have to pull this back because I have to see what the camera is looking at. Yeah, I would have to agree that people do indeed take video games a little too seriously. Like, it's a collection of ones and zeros. It's not changing your life. Yeah, gosh, what is it? Dark Souls 3 was reported to have an easy mode, and that made people so angry. And I was like, why? It's just an option. It's not hurting you. It's just like, yeah, people are a little too serious about video games. Like when they feel like a video game is gonna alter their life for or is gonna be like the second coming of Jesus or whatever. But it's so stupid. You're right. Yeah, like, let people enjoy games. Like, yeah, what happened to just enjoying games for fun? It's I don't know. Modern gaming culture, with the whole get good stuff, really ruffles my jimmies. Yeah, it's like, whatever happened to just enjoying the game and letting other people enjoy what they like? And it's like, don't. My biggest thing is, like, you should only. Aw, man, the R. It's the R out of my first name came off. That sucks. Yeah, like it's like some people just want to experience the game, and it's just like, if we could all be friends, then gaming would be so much better. But you have these friggin' elitists who are such butthurts about everything that they don't want new players in to come and experience their game. Like, yeah, I get that, like, Dark Souls you want to play because, like, it's really hard. But some people heard that the game has a lot of good story, and so they want to come. Like, some people play for the story. I sometimes, depending on the game, will only play a game for its story mode. But then there are some other games where I don't really care about story mode. Yeah. So it's like, people getting butthurt over an easy mode. It's like, oh, hello. Something went wrong. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. It's like, I don't know. It's so stupid. People are stupid. It's this whole notion of get good. If you want to play a game, get good, is so toxic, and it's so unnecessary. It's just, it ruins games for a lot of people. Like, the fact that you have to have a certain skill level to play a game and enjoy it for what it is so toxic. It's insane. Like, I remember, like, I don't even know where I was going with that. I can't remember right now. This is what happens when we get Doorman very, very invested in a topic. But yeah, so we've got the energy tank. Don't even get me started on console wars and the PC Master Race. It's absurd. Yeah, like, my roommate is ex-girlfriend and I butt heads on a lot of things. And then afterwards, we're like, okay. It's by narrative walking simulators. Yeah, like, I don't know. Walking simulators are fine for me. Like, I don't care. Sometimes I'd rather not pay for a walking sim, but like, I will. Okay, yeah, that works. But yeah, like time investment is like okay, well, getting good means I have to play this game like it's my second full-time job, and it's like a lot of people don't have that because some people actually have lives, and so the whole get good nature's so bad. Okay. So energy. What was that? Oh, I used to be part of the console wars as a kid. In space on what kid grew up with that. Yeah, like for me, like honestly, the whole console wars never made sense to me because, you know, to me, video games are video games. It doesn't matter what system you play it on. Almost all video games are fun and worth the time to play. And so it's like, I get, you know, a little appalled and disgusted when I go online and I see people, like, fighting over the fact that this one dude is playing like Star Wars Battlefront on the Xbox One, and this other guy's playing it on the PS4, and this third guy's playing it on PC, and they're having this all-out war over which, like, is the console gifted to them from God. And it's just, it's the dumbest thing, really. Like, once we can get past console wars, I think gaming is going to get a whole lot better. But until we can get over this nonsensical tribalism, we can move on. Yeah. So my roommate's girlfriend and I, sometimes when talking about stuff, she'll get very, I won't say tribalistic, but they're like, I was like, oh man, Skyrim's coming to the Nintendo Switch. If I get a Nintendo Switch, I'll get Skyrim. And then that apparently pissed her off. She was like, why would you get Skyrim on a Nintendo Switch, a system inferior to computers? And I was like, well, because by the time I get the money to buy a Switch, I still won't have a strong enough computer to play Skyrim or whatever. And she's like, oh, but you'll miss out on like the patches and the whatever, the mods was a thing. And it's like with Creation Club you can, yeah, crossplay, yeah, it's great. But it's just I'm so sick of it, really, because like just all of it. And this is gonna be a congratulatory card, by the way. And anyways, and she's like, oh, the mods make it look so much better. And it's like, I don't care about a game looking good. I just want it to, you know, play. And sometimes, you know, especially if I have it for the Switch, I can play that game on the airplane without having to deal with all the bullshit that my computer comes with. And she was having none of it, and so she was so pissed at me because I dare to insult the very essence of, you know, what PC gaming is. Yeah, and then don't even get me started on the phone bullshit, because it's like Android users scoff at Apple users, and Apple users just look back at them with like this sense of confusion, like, why are you being so mean to me? It's just, it's the funniest shit. Tribalism in the modern day is so prevalent. Alright. So right now we haven't gone to the outside yet, but what we have so far is what I did is I made the energy tank, and then up here it says energy plus 100. Thanks, and then I have congrats. So this is like a congratulatory card. So we're gonna have something up here, but you open it up and it's like energy plus 100. Congrats. You probably put something in here, but you probably want to put a letter with it. That's the thing about my cards is out of all the cards I've ever made, there's only one card that has a specific spot for writing a message, and it's this one. And you know, you open it up and you have that. And my thing with cards is I'm not bashing cards that the arguments from frame rate graphics and yeah, like for me, like, you know, I could like give the crappy crack of a rat's behind about frame rate and graphics. Like for me, like 60 frames per second is nice and all, but like I don't need it to play a game. There's only 2 instances where you would absolutely need a high frame rate, and that's if you're playing an MMO, like an online component for a shooter, like a solely online game like Star Wars Battlefront, or a game like PlanetSide 2. That's if you're playing PC. Other games, I could care less. Like, as long as it's above 10 frames per second, I'm a happy camper. So, like, the fact that PlanetSide 2 is on the PlayStation 4, I'm like, oh, diggity damn, that's awesome, because it's probably going to be, you know, 30 frames per second. And so everyone's on a level playing field at 30 frames. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't get the hate. Like, yeah, 30 frames per second is not anywhere near as good as, I got a notification. What? Is like not anywhere near as good as 60 frames per second. And 60 frames per second is smoother than a butter being split with a hot knife. But I don't think it's absolutely necessary for a lot of games, but maybe that's just me, and maybe I'm just happy with what I get, because like I don't know what it is, but like when I at my first PAX South, I did have this laptop that I have now, but for, you know, up until I got this laptop, I was using a really terrible computer. It was 1.3 gigahertz processor with an integrated graphics card, and the casing was way too big for the motherboard. It was insane. And I played a majority of the games I play, both then and now, are mostly old games, or very, if they're new, they're not very resource intensive. And I'm just happy if it doesn't just like dip below 10 frames per second. Yeah, like when I play PlanetSide 2 on this computer, it's like 20 frames, like anywhere between 15 to 20 frames per second. I get creamed all the time, but I have a lot of fun when I'm doing it. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't care. Like, there's the argument, like, we have the technology, it should never be at 30 frames per second. You're right, but there also should be, you know, like a 30 frame per second mode for, you know, those with lesser computers. And the argument, like, oh, just get a better computer, a lot of people don't have the money to do that. So when you tell somebody to just get a better computer, you're like, hey, waste your money on this computer just to play a video game. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. If I were to buy something for like hundreds of dollars just to play a goddamn video game, I would buy a Nintendo Switch or a PS4 or something that's not a computer. Now, granted, the field I'm going into is, you know, cinematography, so I will need, at one point, a much more powerful computer to do the things I needed to do. However, until I get to that point, and I'm getting close to that point pretty quickly, I am pretty happy with where I am. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure earlier I said, oh, I don't want to get into console wars and all that stuff, and I'm like, let me tell you why all these people are idiots. Yeah. So, what are we doing right now? I am tracing the outline of this card because I don't want to take measurements, and honestly, this is the easiest measurement you can ever make, and it's honestly more accurate to the overall size of the card. And I'm actually going to go through with this card at the very end. I could do it right now, but just take the scissors, just look at roughly where the edge of the card is, and then just kind of trim it. Just kind of, there we go. And yeah, that looks about good. Get it nice smoothed out. Some people don't have the knowledge. Yeah, like for me, like honestly, I don't know what I'm looking at when I'm looking at buying a computer. What I'm doing right now, by the way, is I'm just gonna take like a few centimeters off, like a quarter part of an inch, just so that way it covers the gap, but doesn't also go right to the edge. Also, we're going to be using dimensionals, so yeah. So yeah, it's all dumb. People are dumb. That's just how the world is. Alright, I'm gonna get this thing refreshed. Alright, that's cool. And I need to see this real quick. Okay, cool. So bring that back down here. I don't really need that. I might actually. I was like, I don't need that Super Metroid image, and I was like, I probably will, because it's a collection of all the different items in Super Metroid. So I'm gonna get that out of the way. This is a congratulatory card. Let's see. There is, in fact, let me show you guys something. Go here. Very careful. So my mom helped me get this box together. It's my art box, and one of the things she gave me was this paper pumpkin kit. And what a paper pumpkin kit is it's a project, and in this case, and each project is like a central theme. So this is Hey Man. So you've got stuff like Happy Birthday, Happy Father's Day, stuff like that. Basically, you know, like happy holiday or whatever, but not really holiday. So it's just happy birthday, happy Father's Day, and then dad, son, bro. So that's why it's hey man. But yeah, it's got the shapes. It's got everything that you need, except for ink and blocks to put the stamps on. Depending on what time looks like, we're already at the 1 hour mark, and I haven't finished one card. But also I've gone on a few rants. I may do this live on stream, one day, but we'll see. So I'm gonna put that back very carefully, like so. I actually have a thing. Here I will paste the link in chat. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the items down here. That's what I'm using. When I'm looking at this stuff, that got stuck on my arm. So yeah. So there's that stuff, and I'm like the quality isn't too important. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with this card. But yeah, paper pumpkins. Because may have accidentally said a very bad word that's on my personal blacklist. Maybe. God. Anyways. Nah, it's fine. But yeah, so we're gonna... What to do for this covering? We could do... What do you think? A door? Like a service door? Just trying to figure out, where's my compass? There is my compass. That's about the center. Well, God damn it. Need to apply more pressure to the center tip. And get this rotated around. There we go. Alright. So we've got a circle. I think we're gonna go for some sort of door mechanism. We may just confuse the person who gets the card, assuming I send it out, with a Pokeball, and then they open it up and it's like, surprise, it's actually Metroid. Yeah, so just go ahead and get that. What do you think? Should we do the Pokeball front of the card, and then when you open up, it's like, surprise, it's actually Metroid? I would be okay with that. Okay, so just go ahead and get... Because honestly, this is starting to look like a Pokeball, and I am okay with that. So just get that flattened out. Get that erased. This will be uploaded to YouTube, so if at one point you need to peace out and go do something, that's okay. You can watch the rest of the stream as a VOD on YouTube. I will post in the Discord when that will be live. So at this point, I think I'm just gonna go with the Pokeball, just for the lulz. So there we go. There's a faint outline. But you can see what is the shape. Problem with the compass not staying in the same spot. Oh well. Alright. Gonna pop one of the headphone pieces out. I'm gonna do that. These headphones are really cheap. I got them. Yeah. Dan is not watching the stream. He's doing my roommate is he's off at marching band right now, so he does not know what kind of card I'm making, or if I'm making any cards. All he knows is I could be doing regular art. But yeah. So, we're going to do that. The one problem I see is that I can't do a regular Pokeball design because they don't have white paint. And this is vanilla cardstock. So, I'm going to look up the different types of Pokeballs real quick. Pokeballs. Pokeball fidget spinner. Oh my god, why? Alright, looks like we got a pretty good image right off the bat. Yeah, first one did good. Actually, plan image. Alright, preferably something with a colored bottom. Could do the dust ball. Could do the null ball, just not paint it. Could do the dive ball. That seems like fun. Could do... Actually, if we do... Oh, you know what? We're gonna do the quick ball. The quick ball looks cool. Alright, it looks like we've got a point, and we can bring it down. And we've got these things. So it's kind of like a zoom in of the center. So this is fine. I'm okay with this. Yeah. Even the design isn't perfect. It's like there really is, and it's like I would say that I'm really annoyed about fidget spinners, and I kind of am, but like at this point, it's like the people who saw the fidget spinners, they watched the patent, they waited for the patent to expire, and then they waited to see if the original patent owner would renew, and then she didn't, and so they swooped in and made their own special patent, which was the same thing, and then they sold it and had a Kickstarter, or they had a Kickstarter, and then they like went off and became gajillionaires. But yeah, I can't fault them on having a sound business practice and like just making a wonder toy. And yeah, it's like They marketed it, you know, as like a thing for like autistic children and those with ADHD, and it was a smart move. And now fidget spinners are everywhere, and I give it like a week for the popularity, or not a week, a year for the popularity to die out completely. There'll still be fidget spinners available, but it won't be like crazy intense. So I'm gonna, oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Need to do that. Yay, capitalism. Yep, capitalism at its finest. Let's meet the sponsors. Oh look, it's the two global superpowers. They're having a friendly debate as to which economic system is good and which one is an evil virus of Satan. And they both have atom bombs. Fight. Oh wait, no, that'd be the end of the world. Let's just keep it cool and spy on each other. I'll wear a suit of space. But yeah, so where did my... Oh, there it is. I was like, where did my brush go? Yeah. How do we get on this topic? I don't even know. I was just rambling, and then the next thing I know, we're talking about socioeconomic issues in the golden age or whatever. It's weird, yo. Alright, I'm not sure how well this yellow is going to come out. But we will give it the old college try. And because it's watercolor, we're going to also need to dry it. So I think we're going to do this. You can kind of see it on stream. But, yeah. Just do that. Just really just do that. You may have noticed the smooth jazz. I was trying to figure out what to do for music because I don't really have like much music to speak of for streams, and then I just went onto YouTube and searched royalty-free jazz music, and I found like a whole channel dedicated to it, and like I double checked to make sure everything was legit. And so now searching Pokeballs, yep. But yeah, so now we've got smooth jazz that plays. I don't think you were here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're last stream, the beta test stream, and then I think I also talked about it in one of Haley's streams, like in the chat. But part of me really wishes that looks good enough. Okay, good. That I can get a super suite, like a single occupancy super suite, not just for the kitchen, the kitchenette, but also for the private bedroom. Because if I have a private bedroom, which when I was looking at the photos and floor plan look like huge compared to, you know, what I'm dealing with now, and there's a living room. Like it just seems perfect to like have an art stream setup, like a permanent setup, as well as like a permanent setup for like Let's Playing and whatnot. So yeah. Although I'm not sure. Like maybe I'll just do all the loans. Maybe I won't. Who knows? It's a what if game at this point. So at this point, because I'm essentially with school, I will be spending more money than I would be making from my student worker job. I feel like because of the route that I'm taking with my career, it would be safer for me to take the loans and then just pay them off, especially with like my Discover student loan has a thing where I can defer interest by paying $25 a month, and then you set that up to, you know, as reoccurring payments, so you don't have to go and do it each time, and you get a job, and then it's like that $25 a month is almost like just like an extra tax taken out, because like, you know, for me, get 10% taken out, and then you get another $25 taken out, and so it's just like, oh, okay, that's nothing. Okay, this part looks like I could use another coat of paint, just because both these parts right here. I could use another coat of yellow. But yeah, so that's where I'm standing today. An hour and 17 minutes. Okay. I originally planned to go to 10 p.m., but then Central Time, so like 3 hours. And I started thinking about it. It's like, well, I have a test tomorrow in my Intro to the MassCom class, and for extra credit, if you write down vocab, you can show it to her. So like you either write it down on flashcards or on like a sheet of notebook paper, and you can turn that into her, and she'll give you like 5 points on your exam. So I was thinking, if I write down the vocab words, I'll remember writing them down and seeing the definition, and then on top of that, I've got and then on top of that, you know, got 5 points to kind of give me a cushion in case like I really miss a question or like a couple of questions. So yeah, that's where I'm standing on that. Let me just try to spread this out. Oh, not go totally exactly as planned. I'll try that. Okay, there we go. So, let me just do this. And if I have like a permanent setup for streaming, then I don't have to like do like setup and takedown all the time. But yeah. There we go. There we go. Quick ball. You can look at that and be like, oh, that's supposed to be a quick ball. Alright. So now, we rinse off the brush, because we are responsible. And we love our brushes. Thanks. It's, woo-wee! It's gonna be fun times. With college and finances. But, yeah. My boss offered the potential for me to be brought on full-time. There are some restrictions that, like some limitations on, you know, total hours worked or whatever. But I don't see that being a problem. Jazz the Dwarf has started watching. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Just put that there. Just getting all the stuff off. I was going to put the dimensionals on here, but then I realized if I put them here, I'll have an easier time trying to stick the thing on. So, let's just do that. Press down on it, like so. There we go. So, we have this, a quick ball, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be a Pokemon themed card, and then you open it up and you're like, oh no, it's a Metroid themed card. So it's a little bit of bamboozlement that we got going on. Jazz the Dwarf, thank you for the host. But yeah, so we got that. So our I was about to say arsenal. It's not really an arsenal, but our collection of cards so far. Just get the dimensional paper out of the way. Making a mess. My fingers. Look at this. It's more on this hand. I got blue paint on me. Can't believe I got blue paint on me. Alright. Jazz the Dwarf, thank you for the follow. Hitting all those actions. Alright, so we've got a few cards now. We've got this one. Your message, you can... Thank you. Thank you for joining. How are you? I am going over the cards made last stream and this stream. The card made this stream. These are the cards made last time. So we've got this. It's supposed to be the little logo thing that's part of the Metroid Fusion logo. And then there's a your message here. So like, I don't have. There's my pencil. And be like, hey, I think you're pretty cool or whatever. And then it's like, here, there you go. And like you can put like $1 in there or whatever. Yeah. So, and then there's this one is danger. And then you open it up, and the reason why it says danger is because there's a Metroid. So that's pretty cool. And then this stream we just got done. Whoops. This stream we just got done making this. It's got a quick ball design on it, and then you open it up, and it's actually a Metroid themed card. So really, I guess you could say this is a Nintendo themed card. It's really congratulatory. So like if somebody did something really quick, or like the quick ball isn't that good after like their first turn or whatever. So this is just meant to be like a silly congratulatory like quick ball, like, you know, if you did it really quick, good for you. But if you also found the secret, then that's also cool, and your energy has gone up 100 points. I'm doing good. Just doing streaming. We are at around the hour-and-a-half point. I'm thinking about ending it at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, or your regional equivalent. The reason why is because I've got a test tomorrow in my Intro to Masscom class, and we get 5 extra points if we write down every single vocab word. And if we miss one or two, it's okay. But I was thinking if I do the stream until 9 and I stay up until midnight anyways, then it should be okay. Also, let's check out what's going on here. Oh, okay. It's like desktop audio flatlined. And I went, ooh, and then I looked at it. It was like, oh, it's just switching between songs. But yeah, so we got that going on. We got cards. Also got that test tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine with the test, especially if I do the vocab thing tonight. Because like 99% or 90% of the test is vocab. So, all right. So, just gonna need to take a breather because I'm talking just. So. Whew. Whew. It's like that moment when you need a minute to like breathe. Alright. Hello. Poor network connection detected. Oh. Well. Okay. So, yeah, that looks good. That looks good. All right. So we did one card, and that took us a while. This card in total took us about an hour and 15 minutes, and then we do have another one right here. But a matter of figuring out what to do for that one. Let's figure it out. I was thinking about just doing straight up Metroid theme stuff, but now I'm kind of second guessing myself. I probably shouldn't do that, but I am. There's a thing. What is the thing? Let's see. All that. Alright. Ah, okay, cool. I had a hard time reading that because like the text is really small, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll have to, yeah. But also a World War II class, like a class dedicated to World War II. That sounds pretty cool. I would like to take that class. Yeah. So. Alright, trying to figure out to do something quick. But what would be the quick thing? Because I don't have the stamp set I usually use. What I usually do for cards is it's not punch out, or it's not punch out. So like this, just imagine this like as one whole piece and also much larger. And I would have, the front would probably either be like horizontal or vertical, and there'd be like just random stamps on it. And then on the inside you have like a piece of cardstock that's stamped with the jar and a bunch of rubies in it. And that was just the kind of card I love to make all the time. And since I don't have that stamp, I have to be a little creative and try to do other things. And because I'm also trying to get better at dealing with watercolors, I haven't done stamping yet, per se. So I've been freehanding a lot of stuff. So, yeah. Alright, so let's figure out what to do. It's fairly sizable. We could just do a building. In fact, let's go ahead and trim this down to size. There we go. Yeah. I would assume a class that like teaches nothing but World War II would be pretty cool. This is the hardest part. It's just trying to figure out what would go inside. Because we've got a Metroid, we've got an energy tank, we have the spark symbol. We could do another Metroid thing. That's the thing. For the interior card. Also, the thing says, I've got this message all night. Encoding overloaded, consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. I am using the fastest encoding preset possible. And so at this point, it's just a matter of like just not caring. Because a lot of it is just, it's an internet problem. So, yeah. Alright. Huh. So we could do... We could do... There's a lot of things we could do, actually. If we search for something. Could we, hold on. How long have I been making cards? Not really that long. I think I've been playing with stamps ever since I was a little kid. But I didn't start making actual cards until I was probably it was, I want to say it was towards the end of the summer after I had graduated from high school. So about a year, roughly, a year and some change. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna... We're gonna do a bottle. Because I can't figure out what to do, we're gonna do a bottle. Such is the way of life. You don't know what to make, so you make a bottle. Really messed up bottle, apparently. So, does not look that much like a bottle. Let's fix that mouthpiece. That's not right. Okay, let's just... Let's bring this up. And then just do that. And then... that. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. Maybe that will help. Yeah. We're gonna say soda. Say soda bottle. Wink, wink. There we go. We're gonna get the marker. Get it outlined. And bring it down. And around. Down. Oops! Just realized it was out of frame. Okay. And around. And around. Clip art-esque soda bottle, which really isn't soda, but it doesn't look like a soda bottle. But, so I'm thinking maybe like an orange for the bottle. Yeah, we can do that. There's painting charcoal pastel stuff. I mean, that's still cool. Like doing the charcoal stuff. I went with watercolors as like an entryway thing, and at first I was like, oh god, you know, watercolors is really difficult. But at the same time, when I started messing with it some more, and then just overall just getting more practice with watercolors, I found out that watercolors are actually pretty great, because like Haley said in her stream, like it forces you to continue. And so like, oh, hello, like that right there, it's like cardstocking is really the best for watercoloring, but it's slightly better than my drawing pad, because it's not multimedia or like for painting, it's specifically for drawing. But yeah, so that, and then that, and just really lighten it up for the top, just kind of like that. And for some reason, I have the distinct feeling. Yeah, that's my thing with charcoal. Like, honestly, I think it would be a lot of fun to do charcoal stuff, but it's very messy. Let's skip that song. All right. Bright jazz. Okay, there. Okay, it updated. Yeah. I kind of like watercolors because, like, it doesn't really stain anything. But yeah. Okay, so we've got our soda bottle, our comical soda bottle. Just realized that I forgot to erase the pencil lines, so we will just do that for the banner and not touch the rest of it. So honestly, the rest of it looks fine. It's just that banner. Yeah. So we're gonna take a dimensional. We're gonna put it right there. And we're gonna get that right there. There we go. So we're gonna just close it. And oh no! I should have measured that better. Well, there's actually a way we can save this project. Gotten pretty god at watercolors? Nah, I know you meant pretty good. I sure want. Ooh, nice. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with watercolor. There's also a lot of mistakes you can make with watercolors, like I just demonstrated. But yeah, we're gonna just try to fix that up. There we go. There. That. Wow. Did not think about that. So just close it. That looks good. I don't know. That looks good. I mean, it's not prize winning or anything, but we're not looking for a prize. We're looking for enjoyment, and that's the important thing. Just trim it a bit. I think this is also going to be like a you earned it kind of thing. Like, have a treat. Have something sweet. Let's bring down over there, putting my paints over my laptop keyboard. That seems like a smart idea. It's the only space I have to work with. But yeah. Alright. So now, woo, get that knocked. Oh, great. What's going on here? Honestly, I did not see that the webcam got moved. So, if you would like to know how I've got this hooked up, imagine a box, a plastic box. And now imagine the webcam duct taped to that box. And that's what's going on here. It's not the best solution in the world. So, just gonna... Honestly, for me, just entering the competitions is pretty fun. Like, when I used to do competitive swim back when I was a little kid, I honestly did not care about winning or losing. All I cared about was swimming. And honestly, I felt like if I got back in the shape and like did stuff, like I would enter in like by myself, and like if I did competitive swim, like I would enter in myself and probably try not to be a part of a team, because the team would get so mad at me that I would just be doing it for fun. And hell, I might not even do competitive. But yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like you can make a mistake with any kind of paint. It's how you fix it really defines, you know, how you deal with it. So like, and you can make mistakes not just with, you know, like with anything in art. You can make a mistake with like a film shoot, with like making cards, for example. Like these two cards came out of a horrible miscalculation with paper, but I was able to save the paper and make a couple of cards out of it. And now that I look at it, it's like too much water, acrylic. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like knowing when you've added too much of water to a type of paint. It's kind of crazy. But yeah. So like, I'm not sure if I've told you guys that this, but like the reason why I started out with watercolors was because I wanted to get into painting, but I didn't really have, aside from like a set of really nice paints in the closet of the guest bedroom, like, I didn't want to touch those. That is too small. Something, no. It's gotta be like this. But yeah, so like my dad had bought, you know, like some really cheap watercolors for an Oreo cookie contest, like an Oreo flavor experience thing contest, and he bought a set of watercolors so he could actually paint the frosting to be a different color. And after that was all said and done, like we just had, you know, this small set of watercolors that was just kind of chilling there. And so I was like, hey Dad, if you don't want those watercolors, those really cheap watercolors, could I have them? And he said, sure. And I was like, cool. And then I did one piece of art. My very first piece of art with those watercolor sets was something from New Super Mario Brothers on the DS. And it was the scene with like the flagpole and the little castle, like the little outpost thing or whatever. Then I added to it, added some more hills, and I added a second outpost in the back. It was pretty good for like my first time dealing with watercolors. So, yeah. Marisha says she doesn't care how bad we sound in the beginning. You just have to play really loud. Yeah. I think I've heard like a couple of orchestra directors say that. It's like, doesn't matter if you play bad in the beginning, just play loud. Play loud and confidently. Oops. I need to do that. This table shakes a lot. It's not the sturdiest table. It's a TV tray. It's meant to eat off of, not to paint on. But, oh well. Looks like I didn't get all of everything off here. So, do this, get that off. I think I'm actually just gonna color this in with Sharpie. So just, it was a really strong smell. I always forget how strong Sharpie smells until like I use it en masse, and it's like, oh, that's really strong. But yeah, so got that there, and I really shouldn't put them. Oh, hello. Great. All right, shouldn't put them so far to the edge. Come on, get off there. Yeah, just get that. Bring that down here. And that. I honestly do not know if I have glue or not, so I've been using a lot of dimensionals. And I should probably get more conservative, but at the same time, dimensional pack is not that expensive. So have something sweet, and then you open it up, and it's a soda bottle. So I'm gonna get that down there. Yeah. Alright, get that right there. Getting a nice little trash pile right here. Yeah. Okay. So that. Yeah, there we go. And then this, you know, as with a lot of stuff, just gonna freehand it. You we got that. Yeah, Sharpies, they're pretty great. Especially if you're doing outlines for a painting. Like, you got a sketch and then you're going to paint over it. Sharpies is great. I honestly could never do any of this on a computer. I mean, I love working on the computer and all that stuff, but like when it comes to art, like I'd rather have it in the physical world than in the digital world. It's like, it's just, there's a serious disconnect for me between working with something on the computer and working with it with my hands. That being said, I don't know if I could ever. The smell doesn't give you a headache? Nice. But yeah. There's a little thing right there. Yeah. Have something sweet. You earned it. Yeah. Yeah, I should probably invest in like glue or something. I just have a lot of fun. I like it when things are like a little three-dimensional. It gives a card depth. So we got that. Yeah. So let's see, what time are we at? Oh, bro. Too bad I can't have. Yeah. Braces. They really restrict you. They're keeping you down. The man's keeping you down. But yeah, so let's go ahead and do a review of all the cards we have done this past few days. So let's start with the 2 cards that got done tonight. We've got 2 pop-up cards. One that's like congratulatory. They're both congratulatories. One is, you know, just generic, have a soda, you've done it. And then this one is Nintendo themed. It's also a congratulatory card. I really like how the quick ball turned out. It turned out a lot better than I was expecting. There was a little bleed through, but for the most part, it's okay. Yeah, because sometimes you're really dying for a soda, but then realize you just can't. It's like Braces forces you to go on a very specific diet, and it's like, that's not fun. I'm so lucky to never have gotten Braces. It's just insane. But yeah, so we got this card. It's a Metroid themed card. You open up, it says danger. Open up, there is a little Metroid. That's pretty cute. Obviously, they're different sizes. Didn't intend for that to happen, but now that it has, it's kind of okay. This, we've got a vertical card. You got a spot to write your message. Better not press too hard down on the paper because it is on dimensionals. And then you got this little Metroid Prime-esque logo with the spot to put something in there. Maybe a gift card, maybe some cash. But yeah. You don't have to clean up. Yeah, see, for me, I don't mind having to clean up. Honestly, it's one of the fun. Honestly, I used to, hate to clean my room, but it's like, it's something with doing art. Like, cleaning up is a sign that you did stuff. Like, you have all this. It's why I really like. Yeah, making cards is real easy. What you really need is, a pencil, some paper, a pair of scissors, and glue, and an imagination, and you can make whatever you want, and you can also go. I'm not sponsored. I should. I have to say that, you know, I'm not sponsored because it's like there's this big inside joke in one of my circles of friends that it's like, you know, I like the companies that I like really well, and so I like, you know, to do free promotions and just be like, if you're looking for this, you should go to them because I've dealt with them a lot and they're really great people. And then this started like big in joke that like all these people that I talk about I'm sponsored by. I'm not sponsored by any of them. I wish I was, but there's no sponsorships going around here. Um, but yeah, so Stampin' Up or Stampin' Up, I can get y'all a link. Um, let's just open a new window and I can stamp email. Our service restored. Okay, cool. Stamp and there we go. So, this company, my mother is actually a demonstrator for them. That is not what I want. Oh, God. Control C is what I wanted to do. No, stop. Yeah, my mother is a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I don't have the referral link. But you can poke around on there. For different stamp sets, kits. A big thing is kits. So I don't think you were here when I showed it off. There's some other things I have to show off to you. There's this thing. It's a paper pumpkin kit. Stampin' Up demonstrators get these in the mail. Something fell and that scared me. But basically, it's a pre-made kit. You've got all the materials you would need, including envelopes. You've got the stamps. All you need is ink and the little squares to put your stuff on, wooden or plastic or glass. Or you can put it at the bottom of a glass cup. Really works. And it looks like the music has stopped. I did not notice that. Because something's going on. Let's just go ahead and next. Yeah. Dad of Andrew. Oh, cool. So, Dad of Andrew is actually, my dad. He texted me earlier, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm live now. And, what you can do, there's a follow button. It's a little heart. You can click that, and then you'll follow my channel, and then you will get email notifications as to when I go live. So that's really cool that you made an account, because I thought you were just gonna watch as like a guest. But that's cool. Thanks. Funny enough, we're actually towards the end of the live stream. So I guess a quick recap. Let me go ahead and put that back. So let's start with the first live stream all the way to now. So let me get this out of the way. So first live stream, we had this, got that drawn and colored in. Second live stream, we did this. Got nice, got Doorman, the psychic Pokemon, and then this took a while. And then we actually got, we did a randomized Pokemon fusion. This is Tentacazam. It's a combination between Tentacool and Alakazam. See ya, Jazz the Dwarf. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the host and the follow. And I will see you the next time I stream, which should be sometime later this week. But yeah, so we have Tentacazam. It's kind of gross looking. This I made at work. Just out of boredom, and also because I had bought Faster Than Life Advanced Edition, and I chose the same orange colored ship 4 times in a row, and I lost every single time. So at this point, I thought, you know, just do a painting based off of that, and like have the ship crashed in the field. Thank you, Father, for following me at the end of the stream. But yeah, so we got that. And then this stream, also something I failed to mention. In the previous stream, we had made a couple of cards. Danger. This is a pop-up card. So it says Danger, and you open it up. There's a little Metroid. Ah, Metroid. So we made that. And then also was this vertical card. Not really a pop-up card, but there's a compartment to put like a gift card or some cash and a little message. So those didn't necessarily have a theme per se. But then we got this one. Have something sweet. Both of these are congratulatory cards. Have something sweet. You open it up. You get a pop-up of soda. Soda pop. That's so great. I'm clever. And then a little message that says, you earned it. So like, you know, nice little congratulatory thing. Then this is just a general Nintendo themed. We got this type of Pokeball, which is called the Quick Ball, which is good only really for the first turn of a wild encounter. And then you open it up, and there's an energy tank from Metroid. So, you know, this is more of like the long-term thing. So if something took a while to get to, then you got that. So you got energy of plus 100, and then here it says congrats. So that's actually it for this live stream, because I've got some last-minute vocab lists to make. But this stream was a lot of fun. Let me go ahead and put these down there. So that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. The next stream I do will be sometime this week. It'll either be Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Sweet, nice. But yeah, so this is actually the end of the stream, because I got to be a responsible college student and do some extra credit for an exam I have tomorrow. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Jazz the Dwarf for the host and the follow. Thank you to Zeros for following. And then thank you to the Kubliest for the host. And thank you, Dad and Mom, for checking in on the stream. Sorry that you guys showed up late, but y'all had plans already, so yeah. So I will be streaming either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, or all 3 days. We'll have to wait and see. So I'm still trying to figure out how to end live streams. So I guess bye. I don't even know.